Cool, I'll show you how I recovered my BoConcept chair. This is how I did it. We'll start off with taking the old cover off, obviously. Now you want to only take one cover off because there's two sections to the chair. They are identical, and it's always good to have the second one as a reference. When you are unstitching, you want to do a code system that you understand. So for me, I did numbers and shapes, so I knew which piece connected to the other. You also want to take care of zips and Velcro because you will reuse them on the new pattern. And you also want to take lots of photos or videos just so you completely understand how the pattern will go back together. This is one side of the chair. I ironed it out, laid it out flat, and then I put it onto the new material to be cut out, as you can see here. Take note to make sure that your new material and your old pattern are both the same way up, because you want to make sure that the pattern is facing the right direction when you sew it. Right, so the way that I transferred my coding system from the original pattern to the new pattern is I simply pinned the pieces together, the puzzle pieces together. So that's what we're doing here, making sure that we're matching up the seam allowances, and ironing after we stitch, before and after, makes it a bit easier, and it also makes it sit a lot better on the chair. Now this is me reusing the Velcro. We also want to be making sure that all the directions of the fabric and the cut lines are going the exact same way to the original pattern, as I've said before. Sorry, I do repeat myself a lot, but it's very, very important. This is me checking the seam allowances are the exact same. Once again, we're copying from the original pattern. We want to make sure that, you know, if it's 5mm or 8mm, it's the exact same for the original. Because when BoConcept chairs are made, they're handmade, so there's not actually, they're not perfect, right? So we're trying to make them as similar as the original that you have. So that's what I'm doing here. I used one of those washable pens, but they are actually really annoying. I find they run out really fast, especially with such thick material. So if you don't want to use that, I found ironing down the seam allowances was easier to follow when stitching the pattern together. Or you can do dots or pins or whatever you decide, that's up to you. Now, silly me, when I started near the end of the project, I bloody well stopped filming. So sorry about that, but I basted right sides together before I put my zips on. If you want a video on how to put a zip on, I'm happy to do that. Then I unstitched the basting. Now at this point I have already put everything together. I've done both sides, and this is me trying to test how it sits on the original foam. I've added an extra layer of foam here. This is the glue that I used to stick it on, which is, you can see when I lift up the fabric, it's that white fluffy stuff underneath. I can't remember what they bloody well call it. Just dropped the can. So you want to glue both sides, let it get tacky before you put it in. I was just trying to figure out a way to do this without the material, like it needs to get tacky, so I'm trying to keep the material away, and because I'm doing this by myself, that's why I got a stupid toothbrush. Anyway, this is it finished. I obviously didn't get enough glue on, that's why it's got those lumps there, but it's fine. It's absolutely fine. I reckon it's pretty freaking awesome for my first time upholstering, and I'm really happy with it. So give me your thoughts. Thank you if you made it this far, but cool.